Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another day of FRIZZMAS. I'm really excited because today is going to be part one of two videos where I'm going to be showcasing Oden's Eye's very first Christmas collection, and we are going to be starting with Christmas Eve. So if you want to see 3 looks with the palette, the swatches, and just chit chat, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. I'm always excited to see what Oden's Eye is releasing, and when I saw that they were releasing their very first holiday collection, I just knew I was going to be purchasing it. Oden's Eye is one of my top 5 favorite brands. I feel like I'm saying that a lot lately, but we'll have to have a future video about that to see. But they are. Oden's Eye is for sure, but to see all 5 because I feel like I'm saying it a lot. Anyway, we have the Christmas Eve palette and then the Merry Christmas palette. I debated doing a video together, but the palettes are just so special and so beautiful regarding their color stories. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it in one video, or the one video was going to be super long. So I'm going to start with Christmas Eve and look at that color story. It is just beautiful. Even though it's cool, it's got some warm elements, some grungy elements, and I am really excited to show you the looks that I'm creating with this palette. Let's look at Merry Christmas really fast, and then we'll get, more in depth with the Christmas Eve. So when I saw this one, this is the one I was like, yes, this is so me. But I love the contrast of both palettes. Here they are together. I just think this is such a beautiful, festive color story. So let's put Merry Christmas away for now, and that one will be up soon. So here's a closer look at the color story of the Christmas Eve palette. You can see that there are 16 shades, and this one is kind of cool, kind of blue, gray. We've got some purples, but then we've got like these like bronze tones, and we have a beautiful multi-chrome. It's a really unique color story, especially for someone like me who has a lot of palettes. I can say that I don't have anything like this. As you take a look at the swatches, you can just see how beautiful this color palette is swatched out. I do love that this palette has some depth in it with the blues, even with the grungy shades. I love Oden's Eye's shimmers. Some of them can be quite sparkly, where you're gonna want to use them with some type of mixing medium or spray. And then lately they have been sneaking in a multi-chrome. So we have that with the shade Gorgeous. Now currently both of these palettes are out of stock, and I do hope that Oden's Eye plans to restock these palettes because you can for sure use them all year round. And I don't think I showed you the outer cover, but it reminds me of like stained glass or kind of like a Christmas ornament, and that's what it looks like. Very festive. And then we have the back. Before I get into the eye looks, I just want to mention that these palettes have a shelf life of 36 months, and Oden's Eye is cruelty-free, and all of their powder products are vegan. So I know that is very important to some people, so I wanted to make sure that I mention that. And again, I do hope that they decide to restock these palettes. All right, without further ado, let's get into the 3 eye looks, and then I'll be back to wrap up the video. All right, you guys, doing the eye looks a little bit different today. I have one eye completed, and the other eye I'm gonna do with you all on camera. So let's take a look. This is our first look with the Christmas Eve palette. Let me know what you think about it. And we're gonna go ahead and recreate this. On my face, I'm wearing the Hourglass foundation. I have on my Dior concealer, Tatcha powder, no bronzer today. I'm wearing a combination of a Westman Atelier petal blush with Desert Orchid by Mama Pat. But the shining star, aside from the eye look, is this lipstick. And once I completed the look, I knew I needed one of my Unearthly Cosmetics liquid lipsticks to go with it because this is kind of like grungy, and I knew I had the perfect tone because they make really unique shades. This is Jeanette, and this is from their first launch. So really, really unique color, and I just think it goes beautifully. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm wearing the MAC Paint Primer in Soft Ochre on my eyes. The first shade I went into was Softly. This shade is really unique. I cannot think, I'm thinking maybe something by Melt, maybe, but this is a shade I don't have much in my vast eyeshadow collection. So I'm taking this on a Refer 27, so it's a tapered blender, and that's gonna be the transition shade. I'm gonna just tapped off my brush and I'm just gonna circle it around. And I love this. It's like a pukey shade. I like to call shades like this. And that's pretty much all we need. And that was just one dip into the pan. You can use a little more if you want. That's pretty much all I did for the transition. Taking a Blends Bunny B2 brush, I'm gonna go into Lemon Tart, and I'm just tapping into this lightly, and I'm just going to circle Lemon Tart on the edges of Softly. And this just gives a little bit more softness to the look. And I like this shade because it does come off as kind of lemony. It's not, I don't know, it's not as potent as I thought it was going to be. And it looks like a matte, but this one actually does have a little bit of sheen in it. So I'm not sure if you can see it. And this isn't necessary, but I just thought that it was a nice touch. There's a spelling mistake here, but this should say fleeting time and not fealting time. But I'm gonna take this with my finger. It just reminds me of burnt, bronzy type shade. And I'm just gonna stick this in the middle. And as you see, I didn't spray it or anything like that. And that is such a pretty shade. I'm gonna take a Glam Light blender and I'm gonna go into Christmas Eve. I'm just gonna tap this very gently on the outer and inner corners of the lid. I'm gonna circle it around. I might get a little blurry because of how I'm holding the brush, but basically we're creating like a halo. And you definitely could have done the blue first and then the shimmer. And I'm gonna go back into the Blends Bunny brush into Christmas Eve, the navy blue. And I'm just gonna put a little under the lower lash line on the outer part, just to join it. And then going back into Softly for the rest of the lower lash line. Taking a clean brush, I just want to blend this out a little bit better. Going into Snow Light for the inner corner, hoing hoing. I'm just taking a very small shader brush from Morphe. And here is the first look with the palette. I am wearing a navy liner from Charlotte Tilbury and the It's My Beauty Rubber Lash Mascara. So I'm gonna put that on this eye and then I'll be back to let you know my thoughts on this first look. All right, you guys, somehow my footage from the final look and then my thoughts about this look disappeared. So I just wanted to share that I really enjoyed creating that initial look with the halo, with the blue and the bronzy kind of orange color. I think it looked nice because they're contrasting type colors. I thought it was a pretty good representation of the warm and cool shades in the palette. It was fun to create as a first impressions look, and it was a blue look that I actually really liked. So let's go ahead and get into look number 2. All right, you guys, here is look number 2 with the Christmas Eve palette. I love this one. This one is right up my alley lately, soft and subtle, but a little bit of special something with that multi-chrome. So let's get into it. First of all, I love how Oden's Eye is sneaking in like a really special multi-chrome in all their palettes lately. That's what this shade Gorgeous looks like. And there it is swatched. So that is absolutely beautiful. So let's get into this look. First, I took this shade Just Now and I'm using a Sydney Grace blender. I'm gonna tap that in as the transition shade.
Let's go outside.
Then using an Angie Hot and Flashy A502 brush, I'm going into the shade Nowhere, and I'm just going to put that in the outer corner in the crease. Okay, I'm taking this shade called Slivery Dream. It's Slivery Dream or Silvery Dream. I guess it's supposed to be Slivery Dream. But okay, I'm taking that on my finger. It's a Slivery Dream. Let me know if you know, because I don't know. Slivery Dream. This is a beautiful sparkly shade. You can definitely spray this because you are going to get a little bit of fallout. I did spray the other eye, but I didn't bring the spray over, so. Look how pretty that is. Oh my God, I can't. And now going into Gorgeous. Look at that. I can't. It's too much. This shade is so special because when I was looking at it, like when I'm looking at it right now, like right here, I see green. And then I look at it here and I see like the fire. Calm down. I mean, that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm going back into Nowhere and just putting it on the outer corner, back in the crease a little bit. And then I'm going into Nowhere again for the lower lash line. Oh, didn't mean to use that brush. I'm using a Blend Bunnies B3 brush in the lower lash line and in that corner. And for the inner corner, I'm going into Snowflake. Using the same brush. I had a lip brush, but I don't know what I did with it. And there's look number 2. I'm so happy with this look, like so happy. Now I'm gonna get ready to put on my liner and mascara. So this liner, y'all, this is the shade Fig from Victoria Beckham. Best eyeliner ever. Like I really want to buy the whole vault, but that would be doing too much. And then the Charlotte Tilbury push-up lashes. So I'm gonna put that on and I'll let you know what I'm thinking about this look. All right, you guys, here's the finished look. I didn't share my blush and lipstick. I have on Desert Orchid. It's pretty light. I wasn't really sure which way I was gonna go with the look today, but Desert Orchid seems to go with everything. And then my lipstick is one of the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Inks. I know I still owe a video. This is the shade Awestruck 110. These are like the best things since sliced bread for me. There it is. I think it goes perfectly with this look. As far as this eye look, I really, really love it. I love the softness of it, but I love that you can, you know, when you get close up on the eye look, you can see the special color shift. It's not anything that's gonna be easily seen from afar, but I kind of like that about this look. And you know, with the cool tones, I'm really feeling this one. I don't always like cool looks, but this one I am really liking. I love the fact that you would not know that the first look and then this look all came from the same palette. So there is a ton of inspiration, and at the same time, this palette seems cohesive in a way. I think I want to do one more look because I don't feel as though I showcased the blue shades at all. Surprise, surprise. I mean, I did a little bit in the first look, but we do have like these shades and these two that I haven't touched. So let's do one more look with the blue and then I'll let you know how I'm feeling about this palette. All right, you guys, so we're gonna get into this last look with the Christmas Eve palette. And I said I was gonna do a blue look, and here is what I came up with. It's got a little fade into the purple here in the inner corner and the gold. So I think this looks really pretty. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start with the shade Nightfall on a Morphe blending brush. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna say hi to everyone.
Hi.
August, I know you're mad at me and I'm sorry. Okay, you wanna tell me about it? You can tell them. I'm just using this in the transition area. Well, I'm trying to keep you in the screen.
Why can't you just crank it up?
Well, I would, no. All right.
Guys,
oh, go ahead.
Back in yoyoing.
For real. I haven't seen you use a yo-yo, and I might have ordered that 9 Dragons yo-yo.
When is it gonna come?
Might already be here.
Here?
But you can't have it till Christmas anyway.
You said it might be here.
Might.
I don't think it is.
Which just reminds me that my tags expired. No, they're not. No.
Then why did you say
I said it could be. Because if it is, I'm not going to have it out. My tags expired, and I ordered new tags. And they should be here, which means I put it up with the mail.
Mom, what happens if it doesn't? I really want to get it.
I'm not sure what happens. Going into Nightfall with the Angie Hot and Flashy A502 brush. I'm sorry, Night Sky.
Mama. Addison has a
outer corner
dragon.
Addison has a bearded dragon as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A lot of people have bearded dragons.
A lot of people do have bearded dragons. Oh, what are you saying? Oh, the sugar gliders. We had to take them back.
Except me and Amir, we all have pets.
Well, you know what? A lot of people don't have pets, and we had a pet. Okay, I'm just not ready for a new pet.
But Amir doesn't.
Okay.
And I don't.
Well, you know what? The way things are not the way they will always be. Poppy always used to tell me that.
For Christmas?
No.
Why?
Because I told you that was not what we were doing.
That's not fair.
I know.
Mom.
I skipped a step,
Mom.
but we'll get to it in a second. I'm going into Ice Crystal. That's going to be my blend out shade.
There's something teenager.
Using a Bristles Beauty EO2RL brush. I'm not saying.
It's gonna take for me a long time.
I'm not saying that you have to be a teenager. Now this is gonna go on the edges here.
Brian could get one because he's 12.
It's not about that. It's about.
He's a teenager.
But pets cost money. They cost money and time. And
you can't get it.
Not right now. No.
A sugar glider or a snake?
No, definitely not a snake. We have a snake here.
But it's not mine.
Does it have to be yours, or can it be a family pet? Excuse me? Excuse me? So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to leave. Oh, he's very mad. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? It's like, reminds me of the wind. I didn't say never. You're using absolutes. No, but you're using a lot of absolute terms. I'm going into Blue Star on my finger. You're being very, what's the word I'm looking for? You're using a lot of definite terms.
How come Marky?
Come on.
The only nice one in this family.
Marky's not the only nice one. I'm nice.
Yes, he was.
You said Marky?
Yeah.
I'm nice too.
But you guys are, Mr. Tyrone, you Marky are the only nice person in this family.
That doesn't make sense. Me, you, and Mr. Tyrone are the only, me, Marky, and Mr. Tyrone are the only nice people. You're nice.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
How am I nice?
Going into Wonderful. I think you're a very nice boy. Sometimes you're stubborn.
Huh?
You like to just have your way. But that doesn't mean you're not nice. I think you're very nice. That's so nice. Oh my God. I'm going into Blue Ice.
I'll give you mom bucks.
Mom bucks?
Give me it, please.
What is mom bucks? Get off me. I don't even know what that is.
Mom, please.
Mom bucks? What are mom bucks? Let me know if you know, because I don't know.
Mom,
This is going to go in the middle right here. Isn't that so icy? So pretty. I'm gonna go back into Nightfall. August, oh my God, I cannot. For the lower lash line. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going into Snow Light using a Linda Hallberg lip brush. And there's the third look. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Linda Hallberg Light Core crayon. So this is like a really brightening liner for the waterline, and my Rubber Lash mascara. And then I'll be back to let you know what I think about this look. Oh, and I'll tell you about the blush and the lip. All right, you guys, here is the final look. I like it. I don't love it, but my favorite part is how the blue shimmers fade into the purple and into the gold. I really love that. Now for the blush, I am wearing a blush by Unearthly Cosmetics from their Sleepover collection. Hopefully you can see it. It has a little purple hue to it. The blush is called Charmed. And then my lip is from the Wakanda Forever collection. It is the MAC Love Me liquid lip color in the shade Show Off. I do really like this color. There it is. So this is the third look with this palette. I feel like this look really completed this palette. I think I used most of the shades. So let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts. All right, you guys, so I do hope that you enjoyed all 3 eye looks with this palette. I absolutely love it. And when I looked at both of these, I definitely thought that this palette, like, it was just gonna be okay. But I should have known better, because every single palette that I've tried from Oden's Eye, I have really, really enjoyed. They continue to capture my interest and provide a lot of inspiration as far as looks, color stories. I just love the creativity of the brand. I think this was a perfect release for their holiday collection, and I like that they didn't do too much. They did their 2 palettes. They're both different enough to purchase both of them if you wanted to. And it just wasn't a whole bunch going on. I think this was perfect for their brand, and I do hope that they will continue to do holiday releases, because I love what they came up with this year. It seems as though launches are not selling out as fast as I remember. So I think this one lasted a little while, but eventually both palettes did sell out. I'm not sure if it was the same day or the next day, but in any case, I do hope that it's something that they restock. And if you do have this palette, I hope that these looks provided you with some inspiration, because I can see how, you know, my dad's here. I can see how this color story could possibly stump some people with what to put together. So I do hope that this gave you some inspo. And if all else fails, go monochromatic. That always is a winner. So that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another day of FRIZZMAS. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. Until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.